And welcome back to the continuation of our Seiken Densetsu adventure. As you can see at the bottom left corner, the frames per second have increased somewhat. It's always going to be slow when I'm recording, and apparently when I move it gets slower as you see it to the 30s. But it doesn't look too bad, so it's playable. So you talk to that guy and he's like, oh, there's a light coming from above the lake. You talk to this girl, this is important. She mentions Wendell's on the other side of the lake, but there's a sealed off cave of the waterfalls blocking it. So I don't know if you need to hear both of those things, but I think at least one of them is like the key to moving on. If you rested this in without hearing all that, then you won't have the cutscene which appears right now. And I'm going to turbo through it because it's just a fairy flying around, and it takes a pretty long time otherwise. Thank God for turbo. And that light is the fairy. I didn't show it, but in the opening of the game, the fairies they leave the Mana Holy Land to come find a hero, and she's the only one who makes it, so she is the hero, sort of. This screen right here, the top of the screen, this is where you're gonna start training if you want to train. Only if you want to, because monsters respawn if you go 2 screens away. So these monsters, there are 3 of them, so it's a pretty nice screen to train. So you kill these 3, and then you go down, and you kill everything here. There we go. One more. I've played this game, so I know where that is. You keep going, and there's going to be an amazing little gold statue here. It heals HP and MP, and lets you save. You're also going to see silver statues. They only let you save, they don't heal you. This thing right here shows you where you are. So at the bottom right you can see Astoria. Top right you can see Jad. To the right you see the Cave of Waterfalls. To the bottom you see the lake, and that little peninsula juts out. That's where you're going. So these things appear sometimes and let you know where you are. They're pretty helpful. So this screen is amazing because they can't hit you. So and that's gonna be the end of your training screen. You're gonna go back up and repeat all that. When you get to that final screen with monsters, you just go to the right, then you go down to that first screen I showed you, so that the first set will respawn. So that's how you train really fast. To become level 5, you need like 80 experience, and you get like 416 or something like that for doing a full run. So you level really fast, which is why I like getting to 5. So Astoria is on fire. Fairy goes inside Duran's head because she's tired, she's weak. Fairy joins Duran. I love that music. This game has easily one of the best soundtracks ever. As soon as you finish that, it will become daytime for some reason, or at least begin to become daytime, as the rabbits aren't awake yet. But that always happens. I don't know why. So you keep going, and like I said, this is the training route in the Rabbite Forest. It's always the same thing. You don't have to kill this last one, it's only 1 XP, but if you want chests, if you're building up items, which I already have, then it's a good idea. So, Rabbites still aren't awake. Oh, that one woke up? No. Okay, so we're going back down to Astoria. Turbo. Yep, Astoria got burned down. Why? I have no idea. The Beastmen did it. They want to invade Wendell, and so they burned down Astoria. It doesn't make much sense because they came from Jad, which leads right here to the Cave of Waterfalls. So they burned Astoria, then they went back or something. So here's the Cave of Waterfalls. This is where you get your first partner. Turbo through it. They're always level 4, which is why I trained to level 5, because I like having my main character being stronger. Um, it's kind of funny that these characters are together. Because look what he says. Wait a minute, Princess of Altina, are you a friend of that Crimson Wizard? Because her place invaded his place. But she hates him, so they become friends. And they join up, you get your first teammate. So, she's a magician. Unfortunately, she can't use spells. Yet. See, that music. Very catchy. So, oh no, invisible force. Oh no, the fairy can get rid of it. Which actually turns out to be a terrible thing. That sucks. But you don't find that out until later. See, look at the frames rate per second. Decreasing even more. Attack. Yeah, the video looks decent at least. So here, the experience, there's a lot more experience. Here's another gold statue. I don't really need it right now. Oops. To the left, that little cave entrance right there. It shows a cliff. And you can't get past it. So, there's no point in going there. So, one thing to... Come on, Angela. You can actually take control of another character by pressing spacebar, so that's pretty useful. If they act stupid. But then your character gets controlled by a computer. You can actually set up their tactics, so... oh no! My character is gonna get hurt. Yeah, spoke. That hurts the entire team, I think. Yeah. It's not a big deal, though, because we're out of the cave already. So here, all 6 of them, except for the 3 on your team, of course, appear in the game. So this is where Carly will always appear, no matter what team you are. And she'll want to join you, and you'll be like, nah. But if you have Carly on your team, and she's 3rd, then she'll actually join you. So having Carly on your 3rd, as your 3rd person, is actually really helpful. Because then you have 3 people, when you normally wouldn't. You get your 3rd person later. So that she's like special, if you pick her 3rd. Look, she followed you. Isn't that cool? And then she went to the left. And that place I told you about, she fell down. And that's where you come in. Very, very well executed. So, she's like a crying baby. Priest of Light. Her grandpa is apparently the Priest of Light. So let's go. She joins. She's level 4. Alright.